It can often be said that when you upgrade your bike, the wheels are the very best place to start. Now I've got this stock GT Sanction right here. It's an enduro bike and we're going to put a set of carbon Reynolds Enduro wheels on it. Now I've never actually ridden a carbon wheel set, so I'm going to be very interested to find out how they ride in the trails, just what they're like, and if they're the best place to start upgrading your mountain bike. So, to start off the test, let's get out for a ride in the normal wheel sets I'm used to riding and see how they compare. So if you are going to be upgrading your wheels, what sort of things should you expect? Well, you're probably going to want a lighter wheel set for one. You're also going to have a slightly different rim profile. You're going to want super fast engagement from the hub, and you're going to want it to be running smooth. So if we have a look at these wheels, you can actually see this is a carbon rim. Now carbon, like I said, is something that I've never ridden before, so I'm very excited to see how that feels. But you can also get some really good and high quality aluminium rims as well. Carbon's a little bit lighter, it's also stiffer, and it's meant to work really well when you're turning hard. The tire just grips in a little bit more aggressively. Things like you could also look for bladed spokes, which this wheel set has. They're just a little bit more aerodynamic, and coming up to the hub, well, you want really fast engagement and also super smooth bearings. Well, that's my upgraded wheel set ready to go on the bike. I've changed over the cassette, put tires on, and I'm now going to set the tire pressure before we head out to the trails and test them. So the first thing that I'm really noticing when I put my upgraded wheels on is straight away I can feel that the lightweight really makes a difference when I'm climbing. It's just that little bit easier to get pedal strokes in, accelerate as well, and then other things like I've got the hub engagement is a lot quicker to engage. So anytime I put a pedal stroke in, it happens so much quicker and I get instant feedback. The wider rim profile really makes a massive difference as well. Over roots, rocks and bumps on this little trail that we're climbing at the moment, I've got a lot of grip. And I'm not struggling or bouncing away from the trail. Plus, just a lighter bike makes it that bit easier to climb. Can't wait to feel how it descends. So probably the biggest question on everyone's mind is how much money should you spend? Well, carbon wheels are definitely the high end of it. You get such a great strength to weight ratio, but it does come at a price. However, there are aluminium options out there that are just as good and they're slightly easier on the pocket. So you can check them out and you're still going to get a lighter wheel set. Taking a look at those wheels on the bike, well, to me they look really cool, I think. You know, you've got your deep section, the wider profile, but is upgrading your wheels a good place to start? Well, the rotational weight really has a bigger impact than any other point in the bike. So I mean, other options you could upgrade would be a drivetrain, suspension, I guess tires, and any other component that you can change to make it lighter. But with the wheels, that rotational mass really has a big effect on how you climb, how you descend. And if you've got narrow profile rims as well, the wider profile just makes such a big difference. Changes the tire size completely. And really, when you're climbing and also descending, you just have a little bit more stability. You can push that a little bit harder. And if you're going faster, well, it's funner. My upgraded wheel set weighed in at 1,660 grams. Comparing that to the stock wheel set, which weighed in at over 2,000 grams, I had almost a weight saving of 400 grams. Now what that really felt like on the climbs was I had a little bit more acceleration, the bike was easier to get up to speed, and coming out of turns, well, it was just that little bit faster to accelerate. But one thing that really surprised me was the carbon rim itself. On the descents, it was so stiff that when you're pushing it around turns, you had so much grip, coupled with that 28mm inner diameter of a slightly wider rim, giving the tire volume a slightly different profile, bigger volume. You could really hit hard into some of those straights, and also in the turns you had a lot of grip, which just allowed you to rail that a little bit harder and carry your speed a bit better. So if you are going to be upgrading your wheels, then there are probably 4 points that you want to be looking for. You want to make sure that the rim is tubeless ready. It's also wider. You want to have a faster engagement hub, and make sure that it's lighter all round on the wheel set. If you want to watch some more videos from GMBN, why don't you click just up there for how to get better front wheel control, and if you click down there, you're going to get to how to straighten a wheel, which with carbon wheels, you shouldn't have to do too often. Don't forget to click on that logo to subscribe, and if you're thinking about upgrading your wheels, give it a thumb up like.